Innovators. As you are aware about our two initiatives, where these innovators will receive not only support from AICT and Ministry of Education Innovation Cell, but it's a good chance to uh, convert your efforts into an outcome. And with this, I'm inviting Sri Deepan Sahu, Assistant Innovation Director, Ministry of Education Innovation Cell, to address the question. Deepan sir, over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Abhishek, who is the zonal in charge for SWRO and CRO, and also all my IIC team, the zonal in charge team, who is taking care of the different zones, and the innovation managers based out of different innovation centers in different locations of the country. We have 12 innovation centers, and innovation managers and the team placed in the innovation cells are actually playing a great role in taking our all initiatives from the center to the state and to the institutions. And all the institutions, the representatives from the institutions, IIC institutions, those have joined in this very short notice, especially this WebEx. Also, we have sent the link, YouTube link, to all our innovators, all YUKTI registered team leaders and innovators to join this session. Today's session, we have initially designed for all our team leaders or the innovators, those have registered in our YUKTI portal. But later we thought that let's share this link with the WebEx link in our WhatsApp group, so that institutions also will get a chance to join, to listen, and also they will help in propagating the information and follow up with the respective team leaders in their institute to speed up the process for submission, verifications, and nomination process for both the two schemes, that is AICT Productization Fellowship and YUKTI Innovation Challenge. So let me give you a small brief about actually how we have progressed in the last 15 days since we started these two schemes, and currently the window is open for inviting nominations from institutions. So far we have received more than 3,500 nominations for ATAL as an AICT Productization Fellowship from more than 400 plus IIC institutions. We have received around 2,500 nominations for YUKTI Innovation Challenge from equally around 400 plus IIC institutions. But let me tell you, we have 15,800 precisely IIC institutions, out of which around 8,000 IIC institutions are actually active. And out of this 8,000 institutions, 2,000 institutions are actually having a 2-star rating, and around 3,000 institutions have 1-star rating. So considering the number of active IIC institutions we have and number of nominations we have received is quite, there is a big gap, and we have to address this gap. And that's the reason why since last 2 weeks, every day, all our zonal in charges and innovation managers, they are continuously holding question and answer sessions for our institutions. They are conducting question and answer sessions with YUKTI innovators, and this process is going on. The result of it, we have received good number, but still there is a high chance to receive another 2,000 to 3,000 nominations under each scheme. So we are expecting at least 1,000 plus IIC institutions should come forward with nominations, and 5,000 applications should come under each scheme that currently open for institutions to nominate. And let me tell you that how this whole process actually the efforts are actually taking or impacting in a big way, influencing our young individuals and institutions. So the first step for nomination is every institute has to activate the YUKTI registration portal, that is YUKTI Innovation Repository. So many institutions are still not activated the YUKTI Innovation Repository. So far, only 4,200 institutions have a functional YUKTI Innovation Repository, and out of which only 600, 700 are taking part in this nomination process. That means still we have more than 3,000 plus institutions. Those are still inactive in terms of a functional YUKTI Innovation Repository. how it has to activate. It is the now a challenge, also an opportunity for the institutions and for AICT and Ministry of Education Innovation Cell. So those institutions listening to us, please activate your YUKTI Innovation Repository and initiate the process of scouting and verification, and after that nomination. These three steps needs to be followed, mandatory steps for nomination. So coming to the YUKTI innovators or the team leaders, those have already registered. As per our record, 2,36,000 individuals have registered in YUKTI Innovation Repository in 4,000 plus institutions. So if you will see the kind of number of individuals are part of YUKTI Innovation Repository from this 4,000 plus IAS institutions is good number, 2,30,000. But out of this 2,30,000, only 1,70,000 ideas, innovations, and startups are being registered or submitted. That means still many team leaders, they have registered, but they have not completed, or they have not submitted an idea, or they have not submitted the innovation and startup. That means there is need to follow up, there is need to encourage and motivate these young individuals, those who have registered in the YUKTI Innovation Repository, to submit their ideas and innovations. Then once the individuals will submit the ideas or the innovations of the startups, then the role of institution is to verify that same person, the person who has registered. So there are two type of verification. The one type verification is that institute has to make sure that the individual, those have registered in a YUKTI Innovation Repository, belongs to that institute, or there is an association with the institute or not. So the verification of the individual is one type of verification. But once the individual submit an idea or innovation or startup, then these ideas and innovation startups need to be verified by the institute again. So there are two type verification. All institutions, please understand clearly. One type of verification is only to verify the individuals, those have registered, they belongs to or they are associated with institute or not. That is a one type verification that you have to do. That is one. But next level verification, which is mandatory, once the individuals submit their idea or innovation startup, which has to be verified by allocating to 3 verifiers. Who are these verifiers? They are maybe innovation ambassadors trained in the institute, or they are the mentors or the experts are connected with the institute and they are added as an external verifier by the institute. Also, there is a third option, that is institute can identify an institute, another IIC institute nearby, and they can select who are the trained innovation ambassadors are already there in that institute, and they can make a request. But before making request, they can take a telephonic consent that they are adding, so that they can add them as a verifier, as an external innovation ambassador verifier, and also they can assign the applications like ideas and innovations to get verified. So as per the requirement, every idea or every innovation or every startup, institute has to verify by assigning to the 3 such verifiers, and getting the remarks from all these 3 verifiers is required. So the minimum eligibility required is to receive 2 recommendations from these 3 verifiers. Once each application will receive a recommendation from at least 2 verifiers, then only that will display, or that will available for the institute to nominate for either for APF or for YIC, YUKTI Innovation Challenge. So please understand these 3 process. The first level is institute has to scout, encourage, motivate student, faculty, staff, entrepreneurs, innovators, alumni members to register in the YUKTI Innovation Repository. First step. And once the registration is complete, then institute has to verify that the person who has registered, it is belongs to, or there is association within the institute with that individual. To confirm that there is no unwanted and irrelevant individuals registered into the institute portal. First step is over. The second step is that verification is over. verification of the individual is done, then institute has to encourage these individuals to submit their idea, innovation, startup in the through the individual YUKTI individual login page. So innovators has to submit idea, innovation, and startup. Once they will submit, then it will available to the institute portal to start assigning these applications to 3 independent verifiers. But before that, institute has to add verifiers, either their internal innovation ambassadors or the mentors or the experts connect with the institute, or identifying a institute nearby and adding their faculty innovation ambassadors as an external innovation ambassador verifier. So they have to first create your pool of verifiers, then you start assigning each application to at least 3 verifiers, 3 experts, and let them to complete this verification, everything through online. There is no manual intervention, and follow up with them and get the recommendation or not recommendation, whatever maybe they have to give the recommendation, not recommendation, as per their observation. So they will just see the seriousness and the relevancy, and they will check some basic level of evaluations, and they will give their recommendation. Once the application receives 2 recommendations from these 3 verifiers, then it will be ready for nomination. Then institute has to go to the respective scheme tab, and they have to see the who are the applications are already crossed this verification stage and received recommendation, and they have to start selecting the applications for nomination. Here institute, if institute receives many eligible innovations or ideas, then they can do a shortlisting further, and they can select or they can nominate top 10 innovations for YUKTI Innovation Challenge, and the innovation must be a TRL 4 and above. And for APF, AICTE Productization Fellowship, that institute must be a AICTE approved institution, and they can select n number of applications at the idea level or at the innovation level. There is no limitations for the number, but it can be an idea, also it can be an innovation. But here only students are only allowed. Only student projects or student innovations are only allowed. Faculty innovations, staff innovation, then alumni, those have crossed more than 2 years, these are not allowed. So also the same application also can participate in the both the, can be nominated for the both the schemes, that is for YIC and also for APF. So now, because already we are just closing to the deadline, that is 30th of June, and only 3-4 days are there. So already we've extended already extended once. So we will request all our institutions, all our innovators, if you are in the process of submitting your ideas, the innovations, and if institutions are in the process of verification, please speed up the process. Please complete all the steps, and before 30th of June, nominate, complete the nomination of ideas or innovations for the respective schemes as per the eligibility criteria. Also, we are receiving requests from many institutions that in certain part of the country, institutions just starting their classes, or just institute just opened, and in some cases institutions are still, some exams are going on, and in few regions there are some, like a vacation is still going on. So considering all these things, we are planning to extend another 1 week time. Maybe you all will get time till 7th of July, but don't wait till 7th of July, and we will inform the extension of the date if we are taking a decision in next on 1st or 2nd of July only. But don't wait till the time. Try to complete the whole process by 30th of June, and we will see if you are getting good number of applications, because already we have crossed 3,000 applications under APF and around 2,000 applications, 2,500 applications under YIC. So we are going to open this window till 5,000, because after receiving 5,000 nominations, it is going to be tough for us to undertake all kind of due diligence process, evaluation, mentoring, then demonstration. So window will open till we reach the 5,000 number, but most likely we will try our best to keep it open till 7th of July. But don't take it granted that you will get time till 7th of July. So assume that 30th of June is the deadline. But in some cases, in certain cases, we will extend and we will inform over email once we have taken a decision on extending the date. But there is some chances because we are getting lots of requests from institutions to accommodate their requests. We are in process of taking the considering the request. So now more important for the team leaders, especially those have registered but not submitted ideas and innovation startups. This is the best opportunity for you all. Please submit your ideas and innovations to your institute and follow up with your institute to complete the verification. And all institutions, please understand, make sure that those are registering as a team leader, they belongs to your institute or they associate with your institute, either as an employee or as an incubator startup or as anybody who has received funding or mentoring supports or as a staff or as a alumni or as a recent graduate or as a student. In anywhere they have to associate with your institute. You have to identify, you have to confirm that person is a known to your institute, and this YUKTI Innovation Repository belongs to your institute. That is, the ownership is on you to make sure that there is no unwanted and there is no irrelevant or there is no suspicious individuals enter into the system and will create the disturbance, because this repository is going to act as a pipeline for all of your institute to scout the ideas, innovation startups on a regular basis and create a validated platform and feeder channel for your pre-incubation units and the incubation units and also the investors community. And also you can think about extending the mentoring and financial supports at your institute level to all these verified and recommended innovations or startups or ideas. If any idea or if any innovation is not receiving recommendation of verifier, also need not to be worried. You engage this kind of application individual team leaders with a mentor and try to improvise their ideas, applications, and then again reassign to the verifiers and upgrade or update them to as a recommended category. So this is also other way you can address those are not crossed the level of first level of verification. And this first level of verification is very crucial because it helps in identifying the serious candidates or the serious individuals in the institutions and motivating them into this innovation journey or idea or startup journey, and giving them a lifelong login system through which they will stay connected with the institute, they will stay connected with the ministry, they will stay connected with the ecosystem enablers, and they will submit their ideas, innovation, startups anytime, n number of ideas, innovations, and they can approach the different ecosystem enablers for support. So this YUKTI Innovation Repository at the institute level needs to be strengthened, and this YUKTI Innovation Repository is now going to connect with many such schemes like national level. Like we have already 2 schemes, and we are in pipeline with bringing another 2-3 schemes in coming months. So in association with ecosystem enablers or national level resource agencies. And in addition to this, also this is the responsibility of the institute. They can create or they can plot different innovation challenges, innovation competitions by using this YUKTI Innovation Repository. Also, they can use this YUKTI Innovation Repository platform to evaluate, verify, and also they can use this platform for completely smooth execution of n number of innovation challenges, competitions, and hackathons through this YUKTI Innovation Repository platform and IIC platform. So all these platforms are completely free. login based, fully secure and integrated way it is operating. So IIC platform, Innovation Ambassador platform, YUKTI Innovation Repository platform, and the funding schemes like APF and YIC, and all these things are actually operating in a very integrated fashion. So the login given to the individuals, especially to the YUKTI team leaders, is separate. The login given to the innovation ambassadors is separate. The login given to the institutions, the IIC login, is separate. So there are three type of logins you will find. One type of login is for the available for the conveners and the president of the IIC institute. One login is available for the trained innovation ambassadors. Those have received training, and those are acting as a mentor, those are acting as a verifier, those are acting as a driving the campus ecosystem. And another category that is called YUKTI registered team leaders. Those are the ideators, those are the innovators, those are the startup founders, those are the maybe the staff, alumni, faculty, student. So all these people. So there are three type of login stakeholders, and they are closely coordinating and interacting, right, in an integrated fashion. So this is the way, this is the beauty of the whole system. And let me tell you, we have 15,800 IICs. We have 60,000 innovation ambassadors, faculty innovation ambassadors. They're the login. And we have also started innovation ambassador for students. Now we are going to merge the student innovation ambassador with YUKTI team leaders account, so that YUKTI team leaders, all YUKTI team leaders also, they can undergo the innovation ambassador training, and they can be deployed as a YUKTI innovation ambassador, especially for the student category. So these are kind of innovative things we are bringing. That means we have more than 230,000 team leaders on the YUKTI registered platform. Everybody will, that's the student category, around 1 lakh plus other student category. Out of this 230,000, they will get a chance to become an innovation ambassador. And after receiving the training, it is a self-paced mode training, online training platform will be enabled for all our student team leaders, and they will complete. So far you are the team leader, so far you have an idea, so far you are leading the idea. You can submit your idea or innovations to the YUKTI Innovation Repository of your institute, and follow up with the IIC president, IIC convener, and IIC coordinators, innovation and startup coordinators of the institute, and be part of this big innovation movement in our country, and where the institutions are leading, institutions are driving. And that is the excellent classical example where India is having a thriving and flourishing innovation ecosystem in the whole world. And this is the reason why, because of this YUKTI registered innovations and IIC innovation ambassadors, it is actually helping to uplifting the India's global innovation index ranking from 86 to now 39. And soon we are going to reach top 20 if total number of IIC innovation, IIC count will, the moment it will touch to 30,000 in next 2 years. The moment more than 2 lakh innovation ambassadors will start putting their contribution. The moment more than 5 lakh to 6 lakh team leaders, team innovations, or the innovators will come forward with their ideas, innovations. And the moment they will build the quality innovations, intellectual property driven innovations in the startups, India will be the top 20 in the global innovation index. Nobody will stop country to achieve this rank. So this is the time. Next 2 years, next 3 to 4 years, you all have the all potential. So make use all these platforms, network, and make this country proud, make your institution proud, make yourself proud, make a wealthier community. This is the what expecting, and your participation in all these schemes will reflect this healthy participation, your commitment, and we are waiting to receive this kind of participations, or this kind of involvements, and more opportunities we will try to bring to your doorstep through this login, through this YUKTI portal and through this IIC portal. So now we will receive few questions, and if Swami sir is joined, then I will request Swami sir to address the whole audience, because we have good number of participation from institutions. Also, I think thousands or thousands number innovators are watching us through this YouTube channel. And let's everybody make a decision that in next 5 to 6 days before deadline, we will finish up the nomination and we will be part of this India's uh, biggest platform, through which you all will go through the mentoring process, through the training process, evaluation process, and engagement with investors, incubation units, and also you will receive funding support through these schemes. Over to Abhishek.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for not only sharing the entire vision of the APF and YIF, but also some of the important actionables. Just 1 second, sir. Swami sir is calling.
He joined.
He's joining in 1 minute, sir.
Okay, so you can take a couple of questions meanwhile.
Yes, yes. Just 1 second, sir. 1 second.
So all our IIC zonal in charges and innovation managers, they're organizing Q&A sessions. Please join. Whenever you have queries, please feel free to reach to us over email, over WhatsApp, and please reach to the innovation manager and IIC zonal in charges. And we are here to help you out. Our technical team, our IIC zonal in charge team, our innovation management team, all are quite versed with the whole process. They will guide you, they will help you, they will make your life easy in terms of a streamlined ecosystem in your campus. So please utilize the whole strength, institution strength, your student strength, your faculty strength, our ministry strength, and AICT strength, and whole India's ecosystem strength. Let's leverage it.
Thank you so much, sir. Like we are waiting for Swami sir, but before we may take some questions, and some questions are like very common. One is what next? I've already submitted my innovations and already nominated by the institution. So what next?
Okay, so the nomination window will close on 30th of June, but there is some chance of increasing to 7th of July. Assume that all nomination is done. Okay, after receiving nomination, we will start doing because one level of verification and screening is already done at the institute level. So we are assuming some good quality innovations are being nominated to us. Okay, then we will start engaging 100 number of experts pulling from different parts of the country, especially as a startup founders, especially the investors community and the incubation community, to undergo evaluation, the second stage of evaluation of all these applications, right? The nominated applications. And we are going to shortlist. It is not exclusion. It is only going to identify that those have the seriously submitted and having a good potential, innovation potential and commercial potential, innovations and ideas. Then in the month of August, we are going to organize 26 IIC regional meets in 26 different cities across the country in August. And during that time, based on the distribution and the select of the innovations, these selected innovations will be invited to the respective locations of IIC regional meets to demonstrate their ideas or the innovations, and they will get chance to present their innovation in front of a panel of mentors, incubation unit managers, investors, and financial experts, and also the market experts, to refine their ideas or refine their innovations, what they have presented, what they have submitted. And they will also get a chance to upgrade or to update their innovation based on the mentorship they received during the IIC regional meet. So they will get demonstration opportunity, they will get pitching opportunity, they will get mentoring opportunity during the IIC regional meet. And after that, after one round of update, we will declare the shortlisted innovations for the next round, especially for two things: for becoming the winner of the challenges and also eligible for another round of submission of the business model for the financial support. And the finance business models training will be like boot camp, and they will receive boot camp. They will go through the boot camp process to develop the business model. They will also validate their customers initial customer tractions, and they will submit their business model proposal for financial support. And finally we will give the financial grants or the to the eligible or deserving innovations. We have not set the limit of the number of innovations will be supported, but there will be a good number. As APF, under APF we have set a number called 500, and for YUKTI Innovation Challenge every year we are giving around 100. But if good quality innovations will come to that level, definitely we will also increase the number. So we have not set any prefixed number, but there is tentative number is there. But based on the quality of innovations we will start receiving, accordingly also we will extend our supports to provide financial support, and also incubation linkage support, investor linkage support will be received by these deserving innovations. So this is a kind of a forward thinking, and uh, uh, next stage support systems are waiting. Those are will complete the nomination process. So Swami sir joined. So Swami sir,
Yes, yes.
welcome to the session. Actually,
Yeah,
this is the
thank you.
session. This is the session we are aiming, and you can see we have a good number of participation from the institutions. Also through YouTube channel, it has been sent to the more than 2,30,000 young innovators. Those are part of the YUKTI Innovation Repository. And already I have briefed about the process and kind of things, but we are waiting. Also, we want to listen from you the thought process, and also I've given a hint that 30th of June is the last date, but also we're receiving requests from many institutions, because in some part of the country still institutions just opened their classes and the campus. So we can extend 1 week time if it will be allowed. So we will also take your opinion in this in all these points, and also your plan and vision, and how this APF applications will be supported after the completion nomination process. Please highlight all these points.
Yes. So anyway, good morning to all of you, and so thanks to Deepan and his team members. So I hope I am very much audible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the thing is actually, I think Deepan has narrated about this YUKTI Innovation Challenge 2025. And so why this ACT Productization Fellowship and YUKTI Innovation Challenge 2025, we have launched simultaneously because there are a lot of things which are common. And also there is a this thing, that advantage which the students or the teams which are going to participate either in this YUKTI challenge or they are applying for this ACT productization fellowship. See here, I hope Deepan has made what is the difference between this ACT productization fellowship and YUKTI innovation challenge, and I don't want to again repeat that. But just once again, I will, maybe if somebody has joined late or something like that, just for their sake, I will give you just glimpses of this ACT productization fellowship. See, in this ACT productization fellowship, for the first time, ACT has come out with this fellowship. So remember, fellowship means it is like a scholarship, and there are two types of scholarships. One is a yearly type, the other one is monthly. Whereas this particular fellowship belongs to the second category, that is a monthly one. Means every month the team members, means the teams which are going to get shortlisted for this ACT productization fellowship, means getting qualified for that one. 1 second.
Sir, you are on mute. You are mute. Swami sir. Abhishek, please unmute.
Yeah.
Now it's
Hello. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So sorry. Actually, here the teams which are getting qualified for this fellowship. See, in the first this one year means this is the inaugural year. In this year, to start with this particular initiative, the government of India and of course All India Council for Technical Education, I mean our organization has decided to start with 500 teams to be supported under this particular scheme. So each team contains maybe a single student or a group of students, and the number of students are permitted, maximum number of students permitted in any team is not more than 4. So this team, so means 500 teams we are going to shortlist, and of course we are going to have a this thing, I mean multiple layers of evaluation. The first level of evaluation will start at the institution level. Maybe the faculty members who are like a mentors for these teams, so will do that first level of this thing, I mean filtering. I mean they will identify whether these innovative ideas can be this thing, I mean taken it forward for this thing YUKTI Innovation Challenge or for this ICT Productization Fellowship. So after that there will be expert committee and all these things will going to happen, and finally once we shortlist this 500 teams, all the team members are going to get a fellowship on a monthly basis, 37,000 rupees. Here the composition of the team is very flexible. So here we are not expecting the team composition, I mean that members from the same institution or even from the same branch. The students of one institutions can have a tie-up or a collaboration with other institution students, and they can form a team, and they can also this thing, I mean participate in this what is that AICT Productization Fellowship program. It's not a program, it is a scheme kind of a thing. The second thing is not only the students who are studying, even the students who are passed out from our AICT approved institutions. It may be university or it may be an institution. Up to a period of 2 years from the date of their passing out from an institution, they are also permitted to be part of this team which is going to this thing, I mean participate in this AICT Productization Fellowship scheme. So this type of a flexibility is there, and that is why, so only thing is here the team should come up with a idea at proof of a concept level only if they are at that level. Whereas for YUKTI Innovation Challenge, I think it is still that I mean that advanced version of this one, and that only they can consider and for this thing participation. So whereas in this AICT Productization Fellowship, at least the team should demonstrate to the expert committee, I mean in that final round, that they are having a ready proof of a concept which they are planning to take it further to the level of a product. And such a proof of concepts so will be considered for a kind of a fellowship, and the fellowship initially for a period of 1 year, and there will be a quarterly review, means every 3 months there will be review, and only based on the performance of that quarterly review, the team will get eligible to get the fellowship for the next quarter. And after 1 year, in case if the expert committee or if that team requires additional time, there is a possibility of another 1 year period available for the student teams to continue to complete their innovation, I mean in order to reach to that product level. Maybe some of the innovations requires especially that field testing and other things may take time and something like that. So it all depends on the opinion and the experts recommendation. Based on that, the period will be extended to the second year. Again, in that second year also, it's not like in one stretch we are going to give for one complete year. Again, it will be on a quarterly basis review, and it will be continued like that for a maximum period of 2 years. So this is the thing. And apart from this fellowship of 37,000 rupees every month, there is a provision for contingency amount of 50,000 rupees per team, not per individual. So means each team is eligible to get a 50,000 rupees from ACT side as a contingency in a year. Means after completion of that first year, means if they successfully cross all the 4 quarters, so then only they will become eligible for this 50,000 rupees. And similarly, in the second year also, they will eligible for another 50,000 rupees contingency. So these are the provisions available in ACT Productization Fellowship. Here we are planning to actually attract the students, especially the students who are in the final year. Anyway, as I mentioned earlier, there is no restrictions like only the final year students should become part of that team which are going to apply for this ACT Productization Fellowship. As such, there is no restriction. Even the team can contain a final year student, a third year student, even a MTech, BTech, a combination of BTech, MTech, PhD like this. Even the student team can be from that management background student also can be a part of that team. So all this is clearly this thing I mean mentioned. And one more thing is not for the sake of this thing, you cannot make a team of 4 members. So the expert committee is going to analyze and also going to judge, and each and every member of that team who are going to participate in this ACT Productization Fellowship scheme should have a clear cut this thing. I mean, what is that? Their contribution that should be chalked out clearly, and they should explain. It's not for the purpose of making a 4 team. Sir, I will have my friend as a dummy member. We 3 will work, and that 4th member also will be there. He's also going to get that 37,000 fellowship. We will use that money for that development of product. That kind of a thing is not permitted. Every member's contribution is very much required, and that has to be clearly spelled out during the demonstration in front of that expert committee in the final round.
Also,
So
more
they are-
importantly, and sir,
Yeah.
also let's highlight the point that this money 37,000 is not a salary.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, that
37,000 is
No, I am
This-
coming to that. I am next point is that one only. See, here we are giving this 37,000 fellowship is not for consuming for your daily needs. Actually, out of this 37,000 rupees, majority of the money should be utilized for the development of your product. So at the same time, of course, so we are not telling that, sir, then how to manage our day-to-day needs. Yes, definitely, but entire 37,000 rupees cannot be used for your daily needs. Sir, I am staying in a hostel. I want every day through Swiggy or Zomato, I will order and I will enjoy. So nothing of that sort. All these things are not permitted, and your expenditure should be as minimum as possible. So when you are staying in a hostel, so how much you are going to spend as a student, it should be in that manner only. And of course, we are not strictly putting this thing, but the one thumb rule is majority, at least nearly 75 to 80% of that money should be utilized for this product development, and you can use the 20 to 25% for your day-to-day needs. So here,
guideline
yeah,
will
we
prepare
are
and
going
will be
to
prescribed.
we are going to issue very soon that guidelines. I mean, already that a committee has formed, and a committee is just looking into this thing. And also we have consulted that students, and also from different universities we have taken normally what should be that expenditure and other things based on that cities and etc, etc. So anyway, we are going to give a generic guidelines, and every student or every team should stick to these guidelines. So you cannot simply remember this is the money which is given to you people as a fellowship is coming from the taxpayers' money. So you cannot misuse, or you cannot enjoy this particular money. Actually, this money should be put into proper use for the nation development. For that, so you are all going to contribute in the form of developing or converting your ideas into a product. And once that product goes for a commercialization, so naturally it will going to create an employment opportunity for the few students and maybe your fellow colleagues or maybe some other this thing depending upon that type of the product or a type of the startup which you can think of to initiate or start or something like that. So here the main concept behind this ACT productization fellowship is so we want to attract you guys instead of looking for that job. As soon as the students reaches their third year, their complete concentration will be towards a placement. Means they will start looking for their placement, but here we are creating an opportunity and we are providing the financial support for a maximum period of 2 years so that instead of looking for a job, see, even if any student get a job, I mean, on an average in the beginning or in the initial stages, the salary given by any company will be somewhere 35,000 to 40,000 per month only. I mean, even if it is a software company or hardware or whatever it may be. So here also we are going to provide you more or less the same level of financial support on a monthly basis. And here the one good thing is, so you can just, I mean, put your idea into this thing, I mean, converting that into a product. And definitely, who knows, you also may become an entrepreneur or a startup fellow so that you can convert your this thing, especially for the students from a middle class family. So they are having a fear of this particular thing. Sir, I am having a very good idea and I am 100% sure that I can convert this idea into a product or I can bring it to that level. Even many students will do very good project, but the thing is they are not in a position to take it forward because that project ends by producing a report and submitting to the institution as a partial fulfillment of their degree. So even though that particular project has got a potential to get converted into a product, because most of the students, once they complete their degree or once even when they complete third year, many institutions, this placement activity starts in the sixth semester or immediately after the sixth semester. During the seventh semester, many of the students in a good institutions will get placed, and there it's the matter. They are not going to concentrate on that project work or whatever the ideas they have. But here we are planning to, I mean, deviate this kind of students. I mean, who are having a very good this thing. I mean, thought process and also very good project. They have done it and capable of converting into a product. So we wanted them not to look for a job immediately, to try for developing this one into or converting their that project or their thought process into a product.
Another
So
point, sir. Sir,
yeah,
another point, please highlight, because many students, those are still in the studentship, they are in the mindset that this fellowship will help in as academic fellowship, and they will
no.
they will support tuition fee, or they
No,
will connect with their master program something. So actually,
no.
this is a non-academic fellowship. This is not at all linked with your regular course
Yes.
what you are pursuing, and this fellowship is only for to support your idea or the innovations and convert into a startup and take it to a
Yes.
commercial stage. So this fellowship is for that. This fellowship is not at all linked with your regular curriculum or the regular academic requirement or kind of
Exactly.
things. So
No, exactly. That is actually that is my next step. Yes, definitely. As you rightly mentioned, this is exactly the thought process behind this fellowship. Please don't be under the impression that this, sir, I am in a third year BTech. Now I will pay my fees, everything through this money. So no, this is not for supporting your academic needs or something like that. Here the thought process is you should use the maximum part of this money towards this. I mean, converting your idea or thought process into a product and taking it forward means so that you can start a startup company kind of a thing. See, here we have already given instructions to all the institutions. So wherever you people are going to, I mean, get or this thing, I mean, get connected with this particular fellowship, the students has to be connected with the incubation center of any of the ACT approved institution. Here I will tell you there are instances in which some of the institutions may not be having this culture or in that level. In such situations, what the students from that type of institution should do. See, for that we are permitting them to go to any other AICT approved institution and they can incubate their this one in that college. So that is also permitted. So all this flexibility is there and the institutions will going to help you in, extending their support and all that things are possible. So as Deepan rightly mentioned, so please don't be under the impression that I will accumulate this money and I will think of doing it my MTech and other things. No, please you forget all those things. So if you are thinking of doing MTech or your focus is only on that studies, then better you think of appearing for a GATE exam and clear that GATE, and through that also you will get a fellowship of monthly 12,400 rupees, and it is likely to be increased further, and that money you can use it for purely for your academic purpose in case if your goal is towards acquiring one more degree after your bachelor's degree or something like that. So please don't be under the impression that I will do both the things simultaneously. It's like if you are a final year BTech student, sir, I will now try to get this thing, and also parallelly I will try to do that MTech and other things. Actually, here the focus or the crux of this particular fellowship is not that one. You cannot do both the things. You cannot concentrate or you cannot put your 100% efforts neither on your studies nor on this development of a product. So that is why this particular thing should be considered totally as a fellowship for developing a product and again taking it further to convert that into a kind of a startup, and again going for commercializing that product in the later stage. See, remember here AICT is not going to ask for your whatever IPR and other things. All whatever you are going to develop or whatever that product you are going to do it, and whatever that commercializations in the later stages will going to happen, all that has to be clearly this thing, a kind of understanding should happen between the team and the institution where these team members are connected. As I mentioned, if the team members are from some other college and they are get connected with other college where there is a facility for this incubating their startup kind of a thing, or they want to use the facilities, so again there also they need to have a kind of an MOU or a kind of an understanding. So all these things will happen anyway. Even for that also we are going to provide you the general guidelines. It's not something like the institutions should not completely take over or what is that boss over your idea and your product development and other things. So all that kind of this thing we are going to give that clear instructions, and very soon all these things will come. You need not have to worry at this point of time. In case if you are having a really a very good this thing, at that proof of concept level or maybe even at that further level also. See, remember, it's not just only the proof of concepts will be considered. It's not like that. Even if it is already in a advanced stage also, definitely you are eligible to get this fellowship. As I mentioned, beginning it is for a 1 year period and it is extendable for 1 more year based on the recommendation of that expert committee.
Just note that you shouldn't apply to get the fellowship for doing the same thing, because if you have already received a funding from one source for one component, you can't claim for the fund again, telling the same thing here, because many products are actually getting supported by BIRAC or DST. Again, you are saying that showing the same component and you will try, then actually you will get caught during the committee meeting and the review times, and you have to return back the whole money. In that situation will also come. So please be submit the genuine cases and try to submit.
Anyway, in the beginning only there should be an undertaking and all these things. Remember, whenever any scholarship or any fellowship is, someone is getting eligible for that, he or she can get any one. If you are already in the receipt of something, as Deepan mentioned, maybe through some your state government agencies or central government agencies or any other source, maybe through NGO or whatever it may be. So you cannot this thing, again for the same product or for the same purpose, you cannot use this fellowship. Means for one particular thing, you cannot use two fellowships or two financial supports. This is strictly prohibited. In case if we come to know that one, then you will be in trouble and you have to pay back that entire money along with the interest. So this is the kind of, because these are the strict guidelines even for the scholarship also. You cannot claim more than one scholarship. It is up to you to decide which scholarship you want to take. So there are instances in which some students are becoming eligible for more than one scholarship. In that situation, they have to take a call which one they want to accept, and accordingly they will be continue to get only that particular scholarship. No one in our country, as far as the scholarship and fellowships are concerned, whether it is state scholarship or central scholarship or fellowship, whatever it may be, so they cannot climb. Here you can ask, sir, I am getting from NGO, which is a private firm, and this is from the government. Even in that case also, it is not permitted. So whatever may be the source of funding, so only one source you can accept. You cannot accept the money or either in the form of fellowship or in the form of grants from two different sources for this thing, for the same project or for the same work. 1 minute, I am making some meeting.
Professor.
Yes, sir. Please, please. Okay, so this is the
Okay.
thing. And anyway, as he mentioned, as of now, 30th is the as of now last date, and today there is a discussion with our higher ups regarding this extension of a date, because we have received a lot of requests from many of the students, because they were concentrating or they were occupied with their exams and other things. So now they wanted to, concentrate on this and make application and all that. They are looking for some more time. So all these things we are bringing to the notice of our higher ups in the today's meeting. And so based on their suggestion and directions, we are going to announce in case if there is an extension. But as of now, the last date for submission of this thing, I mean your application for ACT productization fellowship is the 30th of June. And in case if there is an extension, definitely we are going to announce in 1 or 2 days time. Yeah, Deepan.
Yes, thank you, sir, for explaining in detail about APF. Though we will give the detailed guideline once the nomination is done, once the
Yes,
evaluation
yes.
is done, once we shortlist, then we will have a separate meeting. But we are just
This is
giving a
only the
brief-
beginning. This is only
Beginning,
the
yes.
brief about this thing. Anyway, you need not have to worry how I can use it and all that. Every guidelines will be given. And once you are shortlisted within that 500 teams who are going to get qualified for this thing. So during that time, everything
We will
will
have a
be
separate.
yeah.
We will conduct a separate meeting. and
separate this
with
thing,
them.
and we will explain each and everything, what kind of understanding or what kind
Now
of
only two things.
this thing.
Now only three things. Make your YUKTI innovation repository enriched. Get the scout the ideas and innovations, and complete the verification by assigning to the verifiers, and submit the nomination before deadline. This is the only, you keep the target and finish it. We will come with the better things or the more information after this stage. So, Abhishek, I think many queries we are already handling through the question and answer session organized by IIC Journal in charges and innovation managers. So let you all continue in your respective Q&A session, because already time is over. It is already 12:46. So let's close the meeting today here. But
Yes,
please make sure that you address all their their queries in your Q&A session.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Swami, sir. Thank you, Deepan, sir. We have received
thank
many
you.
queries in chat box as well as through YouTube. And like already sir explained, just two things you all need to remember. One is you need to be very careful regarding the eligibility criteria. Okay, many times people are reaching out, like I have seen some questions that, for example, if you are trying to nominate POC stage ideas for the Youth Innovation Challenge, will not be able to nominate them. Same if any faculty members are having any innovations and they are like they have created profile and they have submitted details. Yes, they are eligible for the Youth Innovation Challenge, but you can't nominate them for the APF. So these basic things we all need to understand. Number two is like already sir explained regarding the verification process, make sure that 3 evaluators you are assigning and they are completing the task. Some questions are related, that my verification is pending. See, you have to complete from your institution side. Innovators, please reach out to your institutions and tell them to complete the evaluation, so that once evaluated, your status will change from pending to recommended or not recommended, and then only institute will nominate you. And the third and most important thing is regarding the extension of the deadline. We are awaiting approval, but right now 30th June is the deadline. Requesting all to kindly don't wait for the nomination. If deadline extension things is approved, we will let you know through our portal. We will update it on our portal also, and we will inform you through WhatsApp group as well as through our emails. For remaining questions, like Deepan sir already shared, like reach out to your zonal in charge, your IAC zonal in charge. Also, you can reach out to the innovation managers. Both, are actively supporting, and we are trying to support each and every institutions, as well as trying to answer all queries. So with
And
this,
another thing, Abhishek, more
Yes, sir.
importantly, those are institutions that having an active and functional YUKTI innovation repository and also nominations will also bring additional weightages to your IIC 7.0 star rating. So those institutions will nominate, they will definitely get additional weightages under the incentive parameter. And we are also giving the weightages, those will get shortlisted. That if your innovation, nominated innovation will get shortlisted, it is separate weightages, but participation, having an YUKTI innovation repository and nomination also will receive the weightages under the IIC 7.0 star rating. So there is a good opportunity for all of you to fetch extra mark in the annual star rating performance also, right?
Yes.
So all the best. All
Yes.
the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And don't forget to use Control Shift and R, because we are updating many things. If some error is coming, we are updating quickly. And if you are facing any technical difficulties, first use Control Shift and R so that all recent updates can reflect, and you are not facing any technical. Still, you may reach out to us by
And
mentioning
in the contact page, you have the IIC Journal email.
Yes.
Chart. IIC Journal email ID is there
Yes.
in the respective in the IIC web page. So please write all your queries to them, right? They will
Yes.
help you. For
Thank
any
you.
kind of
Thank you
queries.
so much, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you all our innovation managers, our IC Journal in charge, Swami sir, Deepan sir, and all the institutions, innovators. Please nominate, and we all are very excited to see path-breaking innovations. Thank you so much on behalf of Ministry of Education, Innovations, and AICT. We really appreciate you joining for this meeting. Thank you so much, everyone.